Yeah, I mean, half the appeal of VTubers is the like over the top personality. So if you can't match that, you're kind of having a little bit of an issue getting into the kitchen.
Does it mean that they shouldn't try? Absolutely not.
No,
Go for it.
you're not going to start good. You got to suck first before you're like good at it. So like try, obviously.
Yeah, I mean that's something that a lot of people don't realize or they understand, but they just want to hopefully ignore is you're not going to be good to start with. You're not going to start off the gate and be like, I'm successful. No, you're going to suck. And you have to work your way up and improve yourself and adapt. You're going to have to just practice, as bad as it sounds.
I mean, practice doesn't... Look, this is one of those things that, like, we're dangerously teetering on, like, me just dominating this entire episode, but, like, I feel like as a society, we are too afraid of failure. We live in one. We live in a society. We live in a society.
Every time I hear society, it's just, you know, slobbering at the mouth now at this point. It's just society. You've just trained me from Calvus.
Every time you say society and I hear you sigh immediately after, I have a graphic that pops up on screen that just goes society time, bottom text, and it's just like the hyper yeehaw face.
God damn it.
But no, I feel like we are too hung up on the idea of failing and not on what failing represents. Because failure does represent that, yes, you did not complete your task, but you have learned something from it. And that is what is critical. Like,
yeah.
If you learn from a failure, you will fail less in the future. And that is what makes failure good. Am I upset that when I tried to push a maintained 150 RPM on the exercise bike, that my ass cramped to the point where two cheeks became one? Yeah, I'm upset about it. But you want to know what I learned? I have to train my glutes more before I try that again. Like, what's that? 7 dozen minigame monthly attempts? Well, the last one got pretty damn close. Gonna try again at some point. So long as you learn from what happened, you become better at what you're doing, which is, I think, something that people need to understand. Like, you can fail, you can be sad about it, but if you learn from it, have a little bit of positivity about it, because you're going to fail a lot less now.
Oh, yeah, okay. Just gonna like back this up 100%. It's been ingrained into people so much that you can only succeed. If you fail, you are a failure. You're not allowed to do it. It's like that meme of like no practice, only good.
Yeah.
You know, it's just
we
like
need an entry-level engineer, requires 10 years experience in 8 different languages.
Good luck with that one, buddy.
Yeah, that's what
you
I'm
need
saying,
to have
like,
at least 5 years experience in this language that's only been around for 3. Good luck.
Yeah, like only success, no failure, but failure is what makes success.
Yeah, if you fail at something, that means you've tried, which is, let's face it, one of the biggest steps that you can do. If you look at something and be like, that'd be really cool to do, I really want to try this. This seems interesting. But then you psych yourself out, being like, I'll just fail. I'll just be bad. I'll never be as good as so-and-so that, you know, you watched and they're doing it and maybe that's got you interested in it. Just do it. Jesus. Just do a Shia LaBeouf, right? Just freaking do it. Because, yeah, you're gonna suck at it, but you're gonna have fun and be like, maybe this is for you, maybe this isn't for you. And if it is for you, follow it up and just keep going at it. If failure is only failure if you let it keep you down and you don't learn from it.
However, there is also the other concept of even if you think you're succeeding but you're not seeing any major gains, you need to step back and readjust your approach. This is something that I never did with YouTube, and that's why my channel kind of died and I got burnt out. Because I never looked at what wasn't working to fix it, I only looked at what was. You need to be able to analyze the whole of who you are and what you're doing to understand your failures completely.
Like a really indispensable tool, just not just for like growth in like say like YouTube or anything like this, but just generally in life is like critical self-reflection. Being able to like take a step back and objectively look at what you're doing and how you're doing it.
And it's possible to be too hard on yourself if you do actually do that, because there's a non-zero chance that you can just like over psych yourself when you're like looking into what went wrong and be like, oh God, what have I become?
Yeah.
Like I have to routinely remind myself that I'm not an irredeemable piece of shit because I overanalyze. And then I have to take a step back and be like, you're doing it again. But that's because I failed a bunch and I learned. Ooh.
Oh, it's almost like what we're saying we're actually putting into practice these days. Oh.